Join me as I dive deep into this question: can I really trust God? I'm going to put my faith to the test and share my journey with you. Trust is a fundamental aspect of our relationship with God. It's the foundation upon which our faith is built. Without trust, we're left with uncertainty and doubt, unsure of what the future holds. But with trust, we can face any challenge, knowing that God is always with us, guiding and directing our paths. One of the biggest doubts people have about trusting God is the concept of control. We want to be in control of our lives, making our own decisions and dictating our own outcomes. But surrendering control to God can be a daunting task, especially when things don't go as planned. We start to wonder, is God even listening? Does He care about what I'm going through? These are valid questions, and I think we've all asked them at some point or another. Another fear people have is the fear of the unknown. We can't see what's ahead, and that uncertainty can be terrifying. We start to wonder, what if God's plan isn't what I want? What if it's not what's best for me? These fears can be paralyzing, causing us to stumble in our faith and question whether we can really trust God. Then there's the fear of disappointment. We've all been let down before, whether it's by people or by God. We've prayed for something, only to have it not happen. And that disappointment can lead to doubt and mistrust. We start to wonder, did I not pray hard enough? Was I not worthy of God's blessing? These questions can be overwhelming, causing us to question whether we can really trust God to come through for us. But what about when bad things happen? When tragedy strikes or when we're faced with injustice, it's natural to wonder, where is God in all of this? Why did He let this happen? These questions can be difficult to answer, and they can cause us to question whether we can really trust God to be good, even in the midst of darkness. Personally, I've struggled with trusting God in the past. I've doubted His goodness and His plan for my life. But through those struggles, I've learned that trust is a muscle that must be exercised. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. When we trust God, we open ourselves up to a deeper level of intimacy with Him. We learn to rely on His strength, rather than our own. And we begin to see His goodness, even in the darkest of times. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These three men were faced with a situation where they had to choose between trusting God or bowing down to an idol. They chose to trust God, and even when they were thrown into a fiery furnace, they remained faithful. And what happened? God showed up in a powerful way, delivering them from the flames. This story is a powerful reminder that God is always with us, even in the midst of struggle. Another story that comes to mind is the story of David and Goliath. David trusted God to deliver him from the giant, and what happened? God used David to bring down Goliath. This story is a powerful reminder that God can use us, even in our weakness, to accomplish great things. I remember one time when I was faced with a difficult situation, and I had to choose between trusting God or trusting myself. I chose to trust God, and it was scary, but it was also liberating. I realized that I didn't have to have all the answers, I just had to trust that God did. And what happened? God came through in a powerful way, providing for me and guiding me through the situation. One of the most powerful moments of realization I've had was when I realized that trusting God isn't about getting what I want, it's about getting what I need. It's about understanding that God's plan is always better than mine, even when it doesn't make sense to me. This realization changed everything for me. It helped me to trust God, even when things don't go as planned. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with this thought: trusting God can lead to peace and strength. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. When we trust God, we open ourselves up to a deeper level of intimacy with Him. We learn to rely on His strength, rather than our own. And we begin to see His goodness, even in the darkest of times. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your own experiences of trusting God in the comments below. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on faith and spirituality. And if you want to check out another video on trusting God, click the link in the description box.